Every now and then it's nice to play a game that doesn't make me want to rip my fucking hair out. And the Terminator for the Sega Genesis is thankfully just such a game. Although it has its fair share of flaws, it's certainly a hell of a lot better than some of the other Terminator licensed pieces of crap that I've played. So anyway, let's get into it. The Terminator for the Sega Genesis. The game's graphics look quite good to me. Admittedly, they're not as good as the Super Nintendo version of the Terminator, but they're certainly better than the NES version. In particular, I like the design of the Tech Noir bar in the computer factory. Obviously, the game designers went to some trouble to recreate the look of the film, and their detailed work pays off here. Kyle Reese doesn't look that much like his film counterpart, but it's close enough. However, I do really like the animation where he pulls out his shotgun. It looks a lot like the film, and it sounds really cool. And the Terminator's not too shabby either. I don't recall the Terminator endoskeleton looking 7 feet tall in the movie, but hey, it's not a deal breaker. Even the cutscenes look good. As for the controls, they're very simple. A is for planting time bombs in the first level, B is for throwing grenades or shooting a gun, and C is for jumping. And the directional buttons allow you to move back and forth and duck. Nothing too complicated here. The controls respond well and I have no complaints about them. The game is divided into 4 different levels based on the film. First, there's the 2029 post-apocalyptic future war where you have to destroy Skynet. Then comes the streets and Tech Noir bar back in 1984, followed by the police station and finally the computer factory. Throughout the whole game, you play as Kyle Reese. In each level, you have to take out the bad guys there and complete a certain mission. In level 1, you have to set a time bomb in Skynet's core and escape to the past using the time displacement equipment. In the second level, you wade through cops and punks back on the 1984 streets of Los Angeles. After which, you go to the Tech Noir bar, shoot down the Terminator, and rescue Sarah. In the third level, you do almost the exact same thing as you did in the second, only this time it's at the police station. And finally, in the last level, you destroy the Terminator at the computer factory. The gameplay is interesting because in a way, it's both very easy and very hard. Now you might be wondering, what the hell does that mean? How can it be both? Well here, let me explain. The game is very short. If you haven't played it before, it'll probably take you a couple of hours to beat it. But once you know what you're doing, I'd say it'd take maybe around 20 minutes or less for you to complete it. But there is a catch. You only get 1 life, and if you lose it, it's game over. There's no passwords, no continues, no one-ups, nothing like that. So if you fuck up, you have to start all over again. And there are certain ways in the game that you can be killed quickly, and I mean very quickly. For example, if you walk into the hunter-killer tank at the beginning of the game, you're dead instantly. Or if you go near the time displacement equipment before you destroy Skynet's core, a laser kills you instantly. Also, you can die very quickly in the last level if the Terminator torso pins you against a wall. Look at this shit! Kyle can't even jump over the fucking thing! So let me get this straight. Kyle Reese can survive a future war, outwit police and punks, defeat a fully grown Terminator, and build pipe bombs to destroy it, but suddenly jumping over a Terminator torso is more than he can handle. Sure! And since the last level is a kind of a maze, there's more than one spot where this can happen. If this does happen to you, I guarantee it will piss you the fuck off. I know, because it pissed me off. But with such a short game, I guess they had to make it hard somehow. The most annoying way to die quickly, though, has got to be stairs. That's right, stairs. You see, if an enemy is coming down a staircase and he walks into you, then he can take away your health very quickly and kill you. So getting a laser bolt or a Molotov cocktail right in your face is no problem, but simply walking into someone on a staircase is suddenly lethal. Remember, kids, don't let anyone walk into you on a staircase or else you're dead meat. If the gameplay has one main flaw, it's that it's repetitive. Particularly in the first level, where you have to destroy endless amounts of Terminators with grenades. Once you get the rifle, it's not too bad because you can take them out more quickly, but it's still a pain in the ass. Another small problem I had with the gameplay is that the Terminator is ridiculously easy to defeat in all the levels. In the Tech Noir bar in the police station, all you do is just shoot him down 3 times and then run past him. And in the last level, you can blast the endoskeleton back with your shotgun. Though he somehow becomes invulnerable to gunfire when he turns into a torso, don't ask me why. Honestly, I think they should have made him a tougher boss to defeat. Because if the Terminator were this much of a pushover in the film, Kyle and Sarah could have defeated him in about 10 seconds. Considering how faithful this game is to the movie, I wish they had added in a few more levels. But I'll take a good short game any day over a bad long one. And at least this game doesn't have anything even remotely as stupid as this. Or this. Music-wise, I like the rendition of the Terminator theme in the beginning. As for the other tunes in the game, they're not that bad, but honestly, they're not all that memorable either. Finally, I noticed one thing I thought was interesting. There's a poster for the Terminator film right in the Terminator game. I find it kinda odd that they're promoting the movie this game is based on right in the game, especially since almost nobody's supposed to know what a Terminator is. Anyway, I thought it was a nice little in-joke. So in conclusion, I'd recommend the Terminator. It's not a classic by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a decent little title that'll give you a few good hours of gameplay. And considering some of the other Terminator games that have been released, that's saying something. This is Film and Stuff signing off. Thanks for watching.